goodbye, and hello again, and welcome back to another Minecraft Texture Pack review. Today we're taking a look at Ultra Fantasy Texture Pack by Cyclone. They're calling it a mashup, but it's just, there's two skins to go with the texture pack. The description for this one is: begin an exciting new tale in your Minecraft adventure with the Ultra Fantasy Texture Pack. Perfectly suited to those who want to create their own story and discover what fantastical journeys awaits them. Complete 1.19 texture pack, so it's kind of old. The wild update ready. Beautifully styled 32 by 32 textures. Survival vanilla friendly. Let's have a look at those avatars, as they are technically a texture that is included with the pack. There's a knight. That's a pretty cool knight, actually. And a wizard. So those aren't bad. I wish there were more of them available with this pack. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump on into the world. That one took a little while to load. Okay, here we are in the texture display world. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, please subscribe. In these videos, I show off all the textures in a pack and then give my final thoughts. Let's start off with things that grow. Here are some trees and baby trees. Some interesting looking baby trees. Mushrooms. Here's our pumpkins and carved pumpkins and melons and various other plants, including ones that are too new to be included in this pack. Here's flowers. Having a look at all the different kinds of tree. Giant mushrooms. Let's have a look at logs and planks. Okay. The cherry trees are too new for this pack. Here's planks. Let's look at dirt, sand, and gravel. Cool. Sandstone, sandstone, suspicious sand. The suspicious ones are too new. Archaeology was not a thing when this pack was updated last. Some cool looking sandstone though. Stone and stuff. Here's polished stone. Yeah, it would be nice if every pack did an update every time that there was a big update, but that's not going to happen. Cobblestones, bricks. Oh, that's a cute, fun little face on that one. On those bricks. Stone, brick, block, etc. Couple more of the kind of tribal-y faces on there. Here's the glass. Lots of obstacles in these glass blocks. Gonna make it a little more difficult to see through them later when we're trying to look at people's at the mobs in glass enclosures. Wool. Kind of an interesting approach to wool. We got a few different textures here and variations thereof. Concrete powder. Concrete. Not a bad looking pack so far, for the most part. Terracotta. Glazed terracotta seems to just be kind of, you know, bricks. Blocks. Little 4 squares instead of being patterns for once. I think that's the first time we've seen somebody not do some sort of pattern for the glazed terracotta. Here's the ore. You can see it's nice and readable. Nether ore, deep slate ore. Here is amethyst. Our random lonely magma block. Sponges. You can see that you can tell the difference between the wet sponge and the dry sponge. It just There's been packs where there was more contrast than that. Here's light sources. Of course, those are 2 new. We have campfires. Miscellaneous light sources. Some fun, mildly animated light source there. Here's signs. On most of these, you can read it pretty easily. That one, I would have a hard time reading that from any distance, but that's a common problem. These are 2 new. Hanging signs are 2 new. Monster spawner looks kind of different from how they normally look. I guess you'd kind of have to look at it from the corner in order to see what monster was in there. Fences and gates. Cool. Kelp blocks. Diamond, lapis, gold, emerald, and redstone blocks. Iron block. Raw copper, gold, and iron. Just different colored versions of the same block. Here's a lodestone. I like the lodestone on this one. Prismarine. Slime block. Honey. Hay bale. That's kind of a different hay bale. That doesn't really look like a hay bale, does it? Bone block. Quartz. We have some like gold inlay on this quartz. Kind of cool. Here's copper. The parts of copper that are old enough to be on the pack, that is. The ladder. Oh, there's actually like different. I don't think I've seen that before. There's more than one ladder design. That's cool. Here are the doors. Copper doors are 2 new, of course, because that's a recent addition. Kind of cool looking doors. Same with the trap doors. Several of these are simple enough patterns that you could see them being the arm of a couch. There's the lever, bookcases, etc. Here's your enchanting table. Let's look at the beds. They all seem to be just different colors of the same design. Here are crafting tables and villager job tables. The crafter is 2 new. Lots of somewhat similar to the default designs, but some of these are different enough. Cool. Furnaces, just different color schemes on the same theme for the most part. I suppose the regular furnace looks a little different. Anvils and grindstones. Not super easy to tell how damaged the anvil is. Cauldrons. Here's your lava and potion cauldron. Chests. The barrel. Jukebox and note block. Kind of a stone jukebox, I guess. Empty armor stand. The beacon, the bell, the iron bars. Kind of a different iron bar pattern there. Here are the paintings. The top ones are 2 new, so we'll just focus on the ones that are old enough. Some cute little fantasy paintings and wall hangings, and that's like a fireplace, so, you know, I guess you could call a fireplace a wall hanging. And some fun like home decoration type things. Very on theme. I liked those. The item frames, the rails, the mine carts of various descriptions. That is a pitch black sheep right there. Not sure if that's just not rendering properly or what. Here is redstone stuff. Cool, cool. Pistons. Oh, the sticky piston has like a skull and crossbones on it. Pottery is 2 new. Scaffolding. Here's the banners and boats. Nothing too surprising here. Some of these are 2 new, of course. The tough, only one of which is old enough. And these are 2 new. Okay, let's jump back. I don't always point this out, but let's take a look at the sky. That's cool. And a different clouds in the background behind the clouds. Very polygonal clouds. Oh, let me, while I'm thinking about it, move this back into my inventory. I don't think we need the sword right now. We'll set off a firework. There you go. Pretty standard firework, but always like to make sure. Throw a snowball. Here are some armors. You can see the leather armor actually looks pretty cool in this pack. Chainmail's kind of weird. These other ones are decorative enough. Netherite looks quite unusual, but kind of cool, I guess. There's that funny looking pumpkin again. Here's what the elytra looks like. Kind of golden wings. That's the shield. Okay, let's look at some armor trims. Now these, as always, are amethyst armor trims on iron armor. I think these are just the default trims, which means they're probably... The idea of armor trims may just be too new for this pack, but they do look alright on the, you know, the custom armor for the most part. There's a few of these that might look a little strange, but that's okay. Let's look at items, specifically weapons and tools here. Kind of like the way that the tools look. They're simple, but they're not ugly. That's a cool compass. These are kind of neat. Like that. Horse armors, potions. Oh yeah, the potions actually have different designs for the different potions depending on what they do. They're not just colored bottles like a lot of packs. Seeds, food items. Here are the music discs. Music discs look like loots in this pack, apparently. Those are 2 new. Here are things in buckets. Those are kind of cute fishing buckets. Various minerals. Kind of digging the way that the item icons look in this pack. That's one of the better things we've seen so far in this pack. Let's head over here to look at the mobs. Here's what a bench looks like, a bench or a couch. Here's what a water cooler looks like. Still got a boat here from when I was trying to trap a wandering trader in a boat. Here are the chickens. And the bee. He's kind of a fuzzy bee in this pack. That's interesting. A cow. So these do have custom geometry, actually. He's got long hair out covering his eyes, or their eyes, I should say. The pig. Not as big of a fan of the pig as I am of most of these. The sheep. Okay, you can see the sheep's face. I'm not sure what was going on with that other one. I think when you dye a sheep, it dyes their face as well for some reason. Like this one's got blue on his face, which I guess makes some sense, but it did mean that when it was a black sheep, it was very hard to see the face. Here are the wolves and wolf armor, which is too new, but they didn't change the geometry enough on the wolf for that to be a problem. Let's look at the polar bear. There you go. That's the polar bear. Pretty standard polar bear. The ocelot. The cat. Animals are pretty cute so far. The mushroom. Very similar to the regular cow, of course. Here's the bat. Have to peek through. Yep, that's the default bat because they changed the bat too recently. The parrots. There's actually a variety of birds in the parrot pen today and outside of the parrot pen. Very cool. I like that. These are some of my favorite parrots that we've seen. Although the toucan's beak being just a 2D plane makes it invisible when it's looking at you. That's a little disappointing, but other than that, I like those birds. The rabbits. The llama. Face me, llama. There you are. Horses. That's kind of a strange looking horse. Their eyes are kind of funny looking, but that's okay. Horse armors on the horses. Here's a donkey and a mule. They are just different colors, as is often the case. Skeleton horse, zombie horse. Zombie horse mostly just looks like a skinny horse in this pack. It doesn't look fully skeletal. It's got kind of ribs, but they're not like sticking out. They're just, you know, it just looks like a malnourished horse. We're gonna have to jump in some of these fish tanks. Here are the tropical fish. Kind of cute. I like that. Also, there's like different patterns on, I think this is just stone, but it's, or cobblestone, I'm not sure, but it looks different. That may just be dirt, I'm not sure, but I think it's stone. Here's the cod. No, I think that's dirt, actually. Let's get in with the cod. Yeah, that's got to be dirt. That's what the cod look like. Puffer fish. Hello, puffer fish. They look different from usual. They've got like more they've got like fatter little fins and funny little frog-like faces on them. Here's the salmon. Come around with the salmon for a second. Here is the dolphin, which has not despawned currently. Oh, that's kind of a weird, not weird, but cute and cool looking dolphin. Different, unusual dolphin. Because it's a fantasy pack. I guess we're starting to see some of the more fantastical creatures. But that was cool. I liked that. The sea turtle has horns. You're almost like a Pokemon, sea turtle. The panda, pretty standard panda, smiling panda. The fox has slightly different geometry to him. Pointy-eared fox. Cute. The creeper seems to be bushy. It's one of those plant-like creepers. We've seen a couple of those now in other packs. Gonna have to spawn in an Enderman again. Oh, that's kind of a different Enderman. Cool. It's got a sword on its back. Let's see if we can see past the Enderman to the silverfish. Pretty standard silverfish. The skeleton. Cool. The wither skeleton. It's very, you know, Lich King-like wither skeleton. I like it. It's armored. The Stray. That's neat. The Stray looks kind of like, reminds me of the White Walkers from Game of Thrones. The Slime. Oh, that's a cute slime. This pack put some effort in with the monster designs. Here's the spider and wolf spider. Think they're pretty similar. Zombie. Witness me, zombie. Hey, you over here. Oh. You've got a face only a mother could love, zombie. The bog is too new. The husk. It's very mummy-like. The drown. I mean, husk is normally pretty mummy-like, right? Here's the drowned. He looks like he's seen a ghost. The squid and glow squid. Jump in here so we can see them better. The water is very clear in this pack. It does not obscure the view much. I like these squid. We've seen some similar squid before, but these are pretty cool. Here's a witch. Here is the guardian and elder guardian. Pretty cool. They're like anglerfish. I like that. That was neat. Spawn in an endermite. He's got one eyeball, one big eyeball on the front of his face. The magma cube. Face this way. Got a little face on him. The Strider look like dragons. That's interesting. Wasn't expecting the Striders to look like dragons, but that's pretty cool. It does make them significantly bigger. And you can see that when they're on land, they're blue dragons, whereas when they're in the lava, they're red dragons. The Zoglin. Pretty gnarly looking Zoglin. Zombified Hoglin. Zombie Piglin and Zombie Piglin Brute. Here are the goats. Oh, the goats are cool. They've got like 4 horns for once. That's cool, except for the 2-horned goat. A 1-horned goat is now a 3-horned goat. I think they should have had him be missing one of his other horns too, but that's just me. Here's the axolotl. Look over here, axolotls. Cute little guys. The Allay. Hold on, see if we can get positioned right. Interesting. It's like they're wearing masks. That's pretty cool. The frog. He came up to see us today. We can actually get a better look at him. Yep, he's in the water now. That makes him harder to see. We kind of got to look at him. Good enough, I suppose. The wandering trader and his llamas. Interesting. Camel. 2 new. Camel didn't exist when this pack was made. The Blaze. Come on, Blaze, face me. That's cool. There we go. Now if he turns this way, we can see him. Oh well. You could kind of see him a little bit. There you go. That's better. Skeletal Blaze. I like that. I like that Blaze design. Here's the Ghast, which we will see more easily in the Nether later. The Shulker in their Shulker boxes. The Vindicator and Evoker. They're kind of dark elves, or drow, if you will. But they look different from each other. Some packs don't. Some packs just reuse the same head on them. But these two are different. the villagers. Various different villagers. They seem to have a couple different faces, but mostly the same. With, you know, different outfits. Let's have a look at the zombie villagers. I was hoping they would face me. There you go. Kinda halfway between what the zombie looked like and the villagers looked like. Here's the phantom, and you can actually see the phantom a little bit better this time. It is a dragon. Pretty cool. The pillager. Once again, they're kind of dark elves. That is a interesting looking Ravager, actually. I like that. Pretty cool. Not sure how you describe that, but it's fantasy. Iron Golem and damaged Iron Golem. And you can tell the difference, which is not always a guaranteed thing. But it's the least you could expect, one would think. The Snow Golem seem to be witches. Snow Golem and Snow Golem with its pumpkin carved off. Both wearing witch hats. The Sniffer and the Armadillo are two new. Here is the Warden. Wait, wasn't the Warden added at the same time or after the Sniffer? I don't remember, but that seems to be the default Sniffer, so I guess the Warden did come through. This is what the Warden looks like. And the Breeze is too new. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the Nether. Alright, this is the Nether. That's what the Nether portal looks like. It kind of fades in and out. It's not really as animated as we're used to seeing. Let's take a look at the regular Hoglins. Cool, cool. Got curvy tusks. Let's go over here. Oh, we're on fire. We're on fire. Respawn anchor. That's what the gas looks like. It has one eyeball on its front. That's all it's got going on. This is the piglin. See a couple of different kinds of piglin here. Non-zombified piglins. There you go. They've actually got different face paint. That's kind of cool. Haven't seen that before. But yeah. Let's take a peek around the Nether real quick. Just to soak in some of the vibes, some of the atmosphere. And let's go this way for once. Haven't gone this way in a while. Get a better look at some of these glowstone. That's cool. Okay, let's go check out the end and well the stronghold and then the end, that is. All right, this is the stronghold below template world. You can create this world for yourself by starting a new world and then selecting it from the list of templates. And this just starts you out in this village, which makes it very easy to get to a stronghold because it's just right down here. I just basically dug a hole and then you're there. And I like to show off some of the village and some of the world before doing that. This is what villager houses look like. Let's go in this one. There's just a bed and a chest in here. What's in the chest? Some things. Some coal, some bread. That's kind of a unusual looking bread. Snowball. Yeah. Oops. No, out the door, please. Thank you. And then I like to go over here and show off what an abandoned village, haunted abandoned village looks like. Because they look different. This is a cool building. Yep. Only the dead and pigs live here now. Yep. Okay, let's go back, and I like these ice. This is cool. There's a fair amount of blocks with more than one texture in this pack, which I almost never see. So I feel like they're earning an extra, you know, 0.5 points at least from doing that. I'd even go so far as to say that deserves an entire point all by itself. But let's go ahead and jump down into the stronghold. Hey, I got it this time. First try. Okay. Go through here. One of these days I will fill in this hole. Pretty quick and easy to get to the portal room in this stronghold. That's one of the reasons why I like it and why I keep using it. Here's what the end portal looks like. Very spacey, as one would expect. Let's go to the end. Blow the horn. The usual default sound effect, as expected. But one day it may be different. I like to reload the crossbow, and since it's technically a unique animation, you can see what the Endermen look like again. They have kind of a cool design to them. Probably one of my favorite mobs in this pack. Get a peek of the Ender Dragon over there, but first I wanted to show off the End Crystal, which is just kind of a white cube with some dots in it. That's the least impressive thing in this entire pack. Everything else has been pretty great so far. Here's the End Dragon. Fancy horns on it. Otherwise, it looks pretty similar to the normal End Dragon. Ender Dragon, I should say. But yeah, so what are my final thoughts on this pack? I think this was great. This was a lot of fun to look at, and I feel like you know, not all of it is the most detailed, but it's got a very, you know, consistent style, and all the textures were very high quality. I like the way that the mobs looked. So I would say this is probably like a 4.9. No, you know what? Let's not be cowards here. Let's just give it 5 stars, because I feel like they've earned it with some of the extra, you know, little touches that they've done, like adding in custom geometry for the mobs, and the fact that there's more than one texture for a lot of the different blocks. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. If you got anything out of this, please leave a like and subscribe. I just surpassed the 100 subscriber threshold, which was a big deal to me, at least. Probably not a big deal to anybody else, but I appreciate that you guys have subscribed and stuck around. So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share.